Hello everyone and welcome back to the JP on Comms YouTube channel for yet another all you need to know video looking at Maidstone United's latest incomings this summer signing period. And of course today, as you can see by that lovely picture there behind me, we're going to be taking a look at Lexus Beeden, the Stones' latest defensive reinforcement coming in from Farnborough in the National League South. So who is Lexus Beeden and what is it that you need to know about the Stones' latest incoming? Well, he is 25 years of age, he is 6'3" tall, the man is built like an absolute juggernaut. He can play a variety of positions along the back line. He can primarily play in the centre-back central defensive position. He can play on a right side of a back three from what I've seen looking at some of his time at Farnborough. He can also play at right back as well, which is very promising for Maidstone if we do need the cover there, but we've just signed David Cisse, so I doubt it, but you never know. Again, George Elokobi and his versatility. I'm going to say it in every single video because that's what he looks for, and I think he's right to do things like that because looking at Lexus, he's definitely a player who can perform. He's someone who has a lot of potential, has again been at some higher places in his career, which we'll get into now. Started off at Tooting and Mitcham in the under-18s, broke through into that first team somewhat unexpectedly in his own words, as by this interview from his time at Darlington. After Tooting and Mitcham, he moved to Reading under-23s. After that, he ended up playing for Welling. Of course, very local to us. We know a lot about Welling as Stones fans, but this was a little while ago. He then moved from Welling up to Darlington, a big step for him, something that he said he hoped would help carry him towards the Football League and the National League as well, just to try and progress his career. He wanted to focus on his football. That's a very good mindset to have, and one that I know George Elokobi would certainly appreciate in his side. After that, he had short spells at Herne Bay and Sevenoaks before most recently moving to Carl Charlton and then to Slough and then to Farnborough. So last season he played at Slough and Farnborough, so he's got a lot of National League South experience, but he's also got experience in the National League North as well with some of his previous clubs. So he's definitely someone who has a lot of game time under his belt, has a lot of very good and very significant performances. Did knock out, I think it was Maidenhead in the FA Vars last season or the season before. But yeah, he's definitely got ability all round. He's not just that out and out defender which is there to hold the line. He is someone who can bring the ball forward. He's someone who is very good in control of the ball, likes to run forward, likes to bring the ball up the pitch, and that is why I liken him to Reece Greenwich. I think obviously Temi Oweka's just left. Reece was not renewed on his contract due to primarily, I'm going to assume, fitness reasons, but with Lexus he doesn't seem to miss many games through injury. Nothing I can find that's outstanding online, and it seems to me that his sort of profile, very large player, good presence in the air, very physical, something that's been mentioned by his managers from his time at Slough and of course at Darlington as well. They really do rate his aerial presence and physical presence in the box as well. So he's definitely coming in as that sort of player, but he's also got that ability from what I've seen of bringing that ball up, bringing that ball forward, pinging a ball long and direct across the field to open up, room for players who might be trying to move forward. And that's exactly what we've seen from Reece Greenwich. And for me, Reece Greenwich, I might be a sort of outlier here, but I think if he was fully fit every game, I'd say he's probably the most talented defender I've seen at Maidstone. I think Temi's outshone him in the last year or so, but I think a fully fit Reece Greenwich of what I've seen, you can't get past him. You can't get the ball off him when he's running with it. His passing's immaculate. He's just such a good all-round player, and I'm really hoping that's something that Lexus can bring to the side here. He has been featuring, I believe, recently in the Baller League, which is something that a lot of players seem to have been doing in the off-season, which is a sort of five-a-side online tournament thing where players are just featuring primarily in the non-leagues of football. But yeah, he's also been getting a bit of fitness up from that, from what I can tell. I've not been able to find any clips, but it's just what I've been told by a few people that know he's been playing in it. But yeah, he's also pretty quick for his size. Again, Reece Greenwich was exactly the same. You knew that if someone was running in behind and Reece was within a couple yards of him, he'll catch him up. And that's what I've seen a couple times from Lexus as well. Agility, of course, can be worked on. He's a big boy. He's a very large lad. But I think that's perhaps not his game. You know, that's where we have George Fowler, who can come in a little bit more nimble, a little bit more agile around the back, but in a straight line race, Lexus can definitely hold his own, so that is a promising sign as well. For me, I think that, you know, when you look at a player, one of the primary factors you want to consider as someone who's coming into the club is what the people from his previous clubs were saying. So I took a little time to go on X, have a little look, see what's been going on over there with Farnborough. He's recently announced in the last 24 hours that he is leaving the club. He's coming to Maidstone. And the Farnborough fans seem very disappointed in that. Loads and loads of comments, top player, class act, really disappointed to lose you, all the best. And that's a really good thing to have. Shows a good, strong relationship and bond with the players from your previous club and the staff and the fan base there, you know, the community spirit. You can build that, you can be responsible for that as well. Something Maidstone are really, really big on. But it also shows that there's no hard feelings there. You know, they understand that he was a great servant for the club, really, really beneficial for them in his time there. So that is a great, great thing coming into Maidstone United. And hopefully he is someone who can get on well with the fans. He is someone who can provide a little bit of an outlet. You know, he's someone who can become a bit of a character, that sort of thing. You know, when you have such a big presence on the pitch, hopefully sometimes that can relate across to the fans as well. And that's something that us as Stone supporters can latch on to, try and big him up, try and bring him right through into his Maidstone United side. And again, it's that profile of signing of a developmental player, but who's now coming into that stage of their career where they know what they are. You know, they've been around the block a little bit. They're in their mid to late 20s. They're now coming into an established part of their career where they want to start seeing results. And that's what we've seen from the 3 signings we've made so far. You know, John Gilbert, David Cisse, and Lexus Beeden are all of that similar profile, that same age bracket, 24, 25, 26. You know, they're in that area of their career where now it's time to get results. And I'm really hoping that that's what Lexus is going to be able to help us do. So if you have enjoyed this All You Need to Know video, looking at the new guy over there, Lexus Beeden, then please do leave a like down below and let me know your thoughts on the Stones' latest defensive reinforcement. But thank you also very much for watching. Best of luck, Lexus, on your time here with the Stones, and I'll catch you all in the next one.